Hi there, Anthony here, and I'm about to do another reaction to a little show called Dexter. Now, this is season 1, episode 6, and it's called Return to Cinder. And I did read the little description. It says, when the body of one of Dexter's victims is returned to the original crime scene, Dexter suspects the ice truck killer is responsible. Now, I'll just tell you right now, I'm very excited. That sounds entertaining to me for some reason, and I really want to know what's going to happen. I really like this show, okay? I'm trying to be calm, but I'm very excited. So, last episode we saw the eye in the trunk, and it was looking out at Dexter, so that might have been either the ice truck killer or something connected to it. I don't know, but I'm just excited to see what's going to happen next, to get into another episode of Dexter. So, let's get on with it. Stop all the talking and get to Dexter season 1 episode 6, Return to Cinder. So does that kill it or does that bring it back to life? I guess that kills it. Maybe I'm just being naive. Flushing a fish down the toilet, puts it back in the water, and it comes back to life. Oh!
For coming over and taking care of this for me. That's stuff.
I know.
I love it.
Sure, what's the location? I'll be right there.
Wow, man, is it just me or is this show getting better and better as it goes? Like, it started off really good to me, but it just feels like stuff keeps on ramping up more and more. This was definitely an episode that I've been anticipating for something like this to happen, and I'm pretty sure this isn't the last time we're going to see something like this happen. I'm not sure if it'll happen again this season. It seems like maybe this season they're still focused on the ice truck killer, so maybe at the end that'll be the main conflict, but I can definitely foresee sometime in the future like the main conflict being Dexter trying to get himself out of some trouble. Yeah, I loved all the red herrings with the little kid, like it being him in the trunk and then him drawing the picture of Jesus, which was hilarious and a nice funny way of paying off that whole little plot line that had been providing a lot of tension and anxiety throughout the whole episode. This episode delved even deeper into Dexter and his mental state, I suppose, and his emotional state, and how detached from things he usually is. For once, he actually seemed like he wasn't completely detached this time, because he was actually scared of getting caught. You'd think somebody that was so emotionless as him might be more passive about this, but it seemed to really be freaking him out. So that was an interesting change to notice from Dexter. And then his sister, this was the first time where he didn't completely support her, so this was the first Deb and Dexter conflict that we've seen that, didn't just get resolved in a few minutes, because it ended the episode with his sister still mad at him. So I hope they can get back together. Well, not back together, but I hope they can get, back on good terms soon. And I know this means it's just a matter of time before we get a Dexter and Rita conflict, which is depressing to me. I really just want them to always be happy, but I know it can't happen like that. So I'm just enjoying the moments right now while there's no Dexter and Rita conflict and they're just completely happy every episode. That B plot line, or maybe C plot line, or D plot line, I mean, there's a few different plot lines, but I'll say that B storyline with Lieutenant LaGuerta and the little boy really showed a new side to her and really got a lot deeper into her character. Now we're starting to see some of her more, I guess, just personal desires and whatnot, and we could see how much it affected her when his uncle came and took him away. Clearly she's very interested in having children herself, or connecting with a child or something, like how she asked Deb about Dexter's father and everything, and Deb's father, of course. So that was really interesting to see, and I like how we're exploring her. That was really interesting to see, and I like how we're exploring her character more, just like we did explore Doak's character and how we explored Angel's character. I really feel like they're giving a good amount of time to each of these characters as we go along, which is nice to see. And that other storyline with Rita and her ex-boyfriend Paul and the kids was a nice storyline as well. It was good to see Rita really take some agency in her character and what she's going through and tell him, no, you cannot come because this is messing things up. Kids aren't coming, da 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 da. There's a restraining order. You cannot come. So, because in the past we've seen Dexter solve problems for her a lot, and we've seen, her want to avoid things. So that was nice character growth for Rita, to see her really handle that like that. Like, Dexter wasn't even really involved in that plot line much at all, other than messing things up when the kids heard him say that their dad might be coming back. The flashback scenes were again good, because we got to actually see where Deb has been this time, and it was a nice little use of parallel storytelling there, where like we had the conflict with Deb and Dexter in present day, as well as that conflict they had in the flashbacks where he told on her to their dad and whatnot. So it was cool to really start to, I guess, get a better sense of their relationship, because of course they're not just going to always get along, and they've had conflicts before and they'll have conflicts again. They're brother and sister. So it was nice to get to see that aspect of it, and it was nice to get to learn a little bit more about Dexter's past, and to see those few other people that he killed, just watch him go down memory lane. That was a nice little sequence that they did there. So yeah, all things considered, I'd probably say this was my favorite episode so far. Although I do think a big part of that was thanks to how everything before this has compounded up to here so far. I think every episode has been, raising the stakes, introducing, new information, new character plot lines, new depth to the characters. So I'm just looking forward to seeing more, and I hope they continue this. I've got really high hopes for the rest of this season, and I hope that the show is going to take it even further as it continues on. I hope it's not going to be like a one season type deal and then it falls off or something. So yeah, man, I like Dexter. I really do. I like this show. Leave a comment below and let me know what you thought about this episode. Like the video if you like it, and subscribe if you want to see more. Until next time, I've got a few people I've got to go kill. So until next time, I hope you all have wonderful lives and stuff. I'll see you later.